So yeah, go for it.
Why, hello there, traveler. Welcome to
Twunks and Sweaters.
No, I take the low note, you take the higher note.
I'm sorry. We're gonna get it.
Ready? Well, hello there, traveler, and welcome to the Twunks and Sweaters podcast.
I thought I was going up in the end.
But you didn't. I knew you weren't going to.
Okay,
so I did it.
Okay. You can either stay in there or come out and join me. It's all up to you.
And it's sleepover time. Because welcome to the best sleepover you've ever witnessed.
Okay.
Even though it's like 1 p.m.
It's 1 p.m. And yeah, we wanted to do a sleepover episode. So
but
here we are.
My night times are quite a little busy.
Oh, don't I know it? And we're wearing these onesies. You can't really see.
Here, let me come
Yeah,
out.
You gotta come out, man.
It was fun in there though. It was just my size.
I bet it was.
Okay, let's show the hoodies real quick. Let's peep
Okay.
the hoodies. 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
You can guess what we both are in the comments below. You get viewer points.
Viewer points. Is that a new thing that we've started? Perfect. I love
like
it.
Bitcoin. It's an online currency.
It's an online currency for Twunks and Sweaters podcast.
And of course, since we're pulling an all-nighter at this sleepover, we need our energy. I got the white pineapple monster.
I got Red Bull because I'm classy.
And for those of you who don't know, I was just sick at home with strep throat. Insert a picture of my throat.
Oh, yeah. Insert the picture of Addie's throat.
Right there.
Perfect. I love it. Yeah, how was your strep throat?
It was good. I made a lot of soup.
Yeah, did you... So here's my question for you. Like when... Because I know when I get sick with something, it's like out the other end. Pretty much everything gets messed up. You know what I mean? Because I'm not eating full foods. So like my bowels are not correct.
It's just diarrhea.
It's just diarrhea. It's liquid.
Not for me. For me, it was like on my first day when I really figured out that I had it. I made soup and I tried to eat a sandwich with it, and the sandwich was not happening. It wasn't working. It made my throat hurt so bad.
Oh no.
So I just ate the soup, and then for dinner I had more soup. Same soup. I had more soup. The next day I had applesauce for lunch.
No.
Applesauce for breakfast. Just a thing of applesauce, and then I made a little portion, me-sized portion of spaghetti for lunch because I could eat spaghetti. Because the night before that, I got home, and my stepdad had brought me home hummus and pita chips, and I was so excited. My tonsils were so swollen that when I tried to swallow the pita bread, it
wouldn't go down.
It got spun around on my tonsils, and it flipped over and went back into my mouth. And I had to spit it out because I was choking on it, and I started crying like a little baby.
Honestly, it's okay to cry. It's okay to cry when you have tonsillitis. Is that what it's called?
I think it was strep that I had.
It's strep.
Because I was taking medication for strep, and it's all gone now. See, don't I sound better?
You do. You sound like a beautiful
Did you
butterfly.
hear me? Did you hear how I sounded when I sounded like I had...
I think so.
I sounded like I was constantly trying to swallow food. When you swallow food and you start talking and your voice is kind of like... You know how Stitch sounds from Lilo and Stitch?
Oh.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
That's how I sounded all the time because...
You couldn't swallow.
And I couldn't breathe through my mouth automatically. I had to manually do it. So I could breathe through my nose, but if I was breathing through my mouth, I'd have to go...
That's so
because
weird.
It was almost so closed up that I couldn't breathe.
Welcome to our sleepover.
With all you sleepy babies.
That's right. Come and join us on this 3, 2, 1 sleepover adventure. It's so good.
Yeah. Where did you get that LOL doll?
That's Olivia. She gave that to me. Isn't that so sweet? Shout out Olivia. She said she doesn't watch it, so it's okay.
I remember one time me and Olivia went out and we actually got 3 of those,
Really?
and we went to Panera to eat lunch and we unboxed them at Panera on one of the tables.
Oh my gosh, no, they're so cute. I really
love
like
them. I used to collect them when I was little. Now I just like the really big one, the full-size dolls. They're so hot. I mean, they're dolls.
What? Excuse me?
Right. They are dolls.
So we're here to talk about all things
sleepovers. So let's just get us started by saying that I love sleepovers. I'm a big sleepover gal.
You are.
Personally. Every year for my birthday party, I have a sleepover.
Do you want to know something? I think I remember that because you didn't invite me to your sleepover.
I'm sorry that you have a penis.
Oh!
It's not my fault. It's not
You
my
said
fault.
just get it away.
No, but one year I remember we were getting our couch replaced by another couch. So our couch was taken out of our living room. So my entire living room in the basement was completely empty, and they pitched up a whole camping tent, like a huge heavy-duty camping tent. At this exact slumber party, we were all playing hide and seek, and I hid underneath the sink, in the cabinet underneath the sink.
Yeah.
And as people were gradually getting found, people just gave up and just started like being on their phones, filming TikToks, chilling, doing whatever. And I was still underneath my bathroom sink, and everyone was doing their own thing. And I stayed under there. I was staying there. Like, I wasn't going to leave until someone found me.
That is the saddest thing ever.
And then my friend comes into the bathroom to use it, and I like stuck. And
you just hear.
No, I stuck my hand up to the drawer, and I pushed the drawer out from inside the sink. And she goes, "Hello?" And I was like, "It's me." And she was like, "Addie?" And I was like, "Yeah."
She's mid pee. Addie?
I was like, "Are people still playing?" And she was like,
I don't think so. I think everyone just kind of like stopped. I think that they thought that they found everyone.
Even though it's your
party
thing.
Yeah. She's like, I think they thought that they found everyone. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, can you go out there and be like, guys, like, where's Addie? Like, did we find Addie? And so she did.
Guys, where did Addie go?
She goes out and she goes, guys,
did we find Addie?
and everyone's talking about it. They look for me for another like 10 minutes, and then everyone gives up again and just starts doing their own thing.
That's so sad.
Eventually, everybody found me, but like I remember it took me like, she would come back to the bathroom and I'd be like, she'd be like,
They're just giving up. Like, she should just come out.
and I was like, no, I'm not leaving until someone finds me, god damn it.
Good for you for like persevering through that, because I think I would have been either crying in the bathroom.
I was about to cry underneath that cabinet.
I mean, I would, or I would be like, go out to the sleepover, and I would be like, everybody get out, you all are fake.
Everybody leave with a broom. Get out, get out.
Exactly.
Only the real ones know. And then I post on my story later, I'm like, don't hit me up. Only the real ones know what happened.
Oh, exactly.
And then also at another sleepover, it was at Exploration Place, and they had like this big rescue ball pit.
Okay.
It was like a bunch of blue balls, and there was
love blue balls.
And then there was a raft in the middle because it was like a little rescue simulator thing.
Yeah.
But it was a really deep ball pit.
Oh no.
And I just let myself sink to the very bottom of the ball pit.
That's how you get syphilis.
And I laid there, completely limp in the ball pit, and everyone's like,
could you breathe?
Yeah, they're just
it's
little
balls.
plastic
Yeah,
balls.
I got you.
I was just laying there. I could hear everything. I could like kind of feel people moving around me, but everyone just kind of forgot about me.
How deep was it? Like 4 feet, 5 feet?
I don't know,
6
but for like 8-year-old me, it was deep, and I was like fully submerged. Like I couldn't see out.
Oh my.
I was just fully in the ball. And
you would, Addie. You
and
would.
I was just laying there because I thought it was fun, and then I realized everyone was like playing, and like everyone forgot about me again. And eventually, people were like, "Wait, where did Addie go?" And then everyone, "Addie!" And then one of my friends comes by me and like brushes against my hand and goes, "Addie!" And starts like pulling in my hand, and everyone's trying to like pull me out of this ball pit.
That is scary. That is so frightening.
So funny.
That was also a sleepover?
Mm-hmm.
At Exploration Place?
We didn't sleep at Exploration
Oh, you
Place.
went there before?
Yes, and then it was a sleepover at my house afterwards.
That sounds so much fun.
It was amazing. It was really fun. Have you done a group sleepover before?
Never.
What?
Actually, as we know, I did have a peeing problem.
Oh, I do know about that.
So I couldn't have slumber parties. So
shout out to our first podcast.
Yes, shout out to the first episode. So like, whenever it was a sleepover, I would have to stay till like 11 p.m. and then my dad would pick me up to go home and sleep.
That's crazy.
I know, it's so sad. I was like that kid. But then this specific sleepover that I went to, it was this guy that was a church friend.
Okay.
He invited me and some other church friends, and he invited his whole class, like 24 students, plus all of his other friends. There was 30 kids at this sleepover.
I couldn't imagine. Like my max limit is 7. Like my max.
It was insane. Girls, guys, everybody. The girls had their own thing. Guys had their own thing. And they had like this, it was like a fort in their backyard. It's like a tree house, but it didn't have a tree. It was just like a flying shed type of deal.
Right.
So that's where the
Suspended
girls
from the sky.
Yes. And that's where the girls slept, and then the guys slept in a tent. And I was thinking about it later on in life, because I like couldn't stay the night, and I was like, I don't think I would have wanted to stay the night in a tent, because the guys are all in a tent on the ground in the backyard.
I remember one time I had a sleepover with my friend Tessa and my friend Eva.
Yeah.
And we were in Tessa's backyard, and we slept in a tent. And it was freezing cold outside. It was freezing. And we literally had to go inside and get like a little portable heater to put in the tent. And like we were like burying ourselves in blankets because we were so cold.
Was it one of those like sleepovers of like the crackhead energy? You know what I'm talking about? Like you're like, oh my gosh, we're so cold.
It kind of like, I remember like me and Eva were like rolling in circles around in the tent.
Yeah, and that would make sense. I could see you.
Tessa was like pretending to be, and then we were like talking about skinwalker.
What's that?
You don't know what a skinwalker is?
No.
They're like, there's no way you don't know what a skinwalker.
What's a skinwalker?
Are you kidding?
I'm being so for real.
Dude, they're like these things that like turn into other things.
Is it scary?
Yes, terrifying. And they're like an urban legend. Apparently they're real.
Why can't we talk about it?
You can't, when you're outside at night, you can't say it because actually saying their name will like manifest them and then they'll appear.
Wait, I don't want to talk about them.
Well, we're safe. It's broad daylight and we're inside. I think we're fine. I stayed the night at Eva's house one time and we waited. We watched a horror movie.
Uh-oh.
And then after it was over at like 12 a.m., we went outside to our trampoline in the backyard and we just jumped on our trampoline till I think 6 a.m.
I thought you were going to say like you summoned a skinwalker.
No, we were just, well, this is the thing. We were literally just on our trampoline doing random crap till 6 a.m. And then we went back inside.
Oh my god.
Like, it was crazy. Like, we were out there
When was this? How old were you?
This was like a year or two ago.
Okay.
It was really great. Like, you would be so surprised at things that you can do on a trampoline to keep you occupied for 4 hours in the middle of the night.
That's insane.
And her neighbor would come out like every 3 hours to let their dog out, and we would like lay down flat on the trampoline so they wouldn't see us. And like she has a bunch of like homeless people that live around her like neighborhood and stuff, so we were like trying to be quiet. But another time we went out to her trampoline to try and do the exact same thing another time.
Yeah.
It was so scary. We thought that we heard like a baby crying, but it sounded like it was on loop. Like it was
like just like a soundtrack.
Yes, like it sounded like we would hear it, and then the exact same thing would happen again, and then we thought it was a skinwalker. And the thing about skinwalkers is that the louder they sound, the farther away they are.
Oh.
So the quieter they sound, they're actually like right.
So are these skinwalkers real?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I wouldn't be able to. Like, I would get my dad to bring me home. Maybe if I was with a group of people, it would be different. But something about having a sleepover and being just outside during the nighttime, I cannot go outside at 2 a.m. Even when I go on like a morning run at like 5:30 a.m., I still get scared. And it's like sun is almost rising, but it's still dark out. And like on my way back, the sun starts rising. Then I'm like, okay, I'm fine. But when I start my runs in the morning, scares me.
And that's crazy because I like going on walks. Like, I had another sleepover that I had.
Yeah.
My group of friends and I, it was like maybe 4 of us. We all went on a walk at like 11 p.m. around my neighborhood.
Girl.
And it was like,
people probably thought you were cracked.
And it was like Christmas. And it was like Christmas time, so people still had lights up and everything.
Oh, that's actually pretty.
And we would like be running from cars that were coming because we were like, we're gonna get kidnapped, because it was like literally almost 12 a.m. and we were just walking around my neighborhood aimlessly.
But it would take a lot to kidnap 4 girls.
Oh yeah.
I mean, think about that for a second. That would take 4 guys.
Unless it was a van full of guys, then we'd be screwed, huh?
Yeah, like 4 guys.
Big
4
buff
big
men, hopefully cute, attractive ones.
We can hope. I've always thought about that. I was like, if I get kidnapped, first off, like I always heard the thing of like, oh, the fatter you are, the harder you are to kidnap, and that always like made me feel so secure in myself.
I see these videos that are like, girls, these are what kidnappers are looking for: long hair, under 5'4", skinny,
under 100 pounds.
Yeah, it's like, oh, they're like skinny.
So that's you.
My mom used to always tell me before I went out, she'd be like, this city is like one of the #1 cities for human trafficking.
It is.
And then she goes, and you're a blue-eyed, blonde-haired girl, and you're basically a poster for human trafficking, so stay safe. And then she would also tell me that the reason that she didn't post me on any social media when she was little was because she didn't want people knowing that she had such a gorgeous daughter.
Oh, okay.
Just kidding.
That's why my mom posts a lot of me, so that they can see how fat and ugly I am.
So what do you like doing at sleepovers? Because here's my thing. I like painting nails. I painted my nails the other day because I was homesick. Pink.
Beautiful.
I know. And you know what? When I was little, I always had this idea of the perfect sleepover. You make a bucket list. You're like, we're gonna bake cookies, then we're gonna sing songs, then we're gonna have a dance battle, and then we're gonna make a fort, and then we're gonna do face masks.
And then Monopoly.
Yeah, I hate Monopoly.
Oh, I know. And it's makes me so mad. Anyways, keep going.
And it's like, but then when you get there and you like do the sleepover, you do like the first 3 things on the list, and you get tired and you go to sleep.
And then you just all, yeah.
Or like, can we talk about pulling all-nighters?
Yes.
Like, I have probably pulled at sleepovers. I've probably pulled like 6 or 7 all-nighters in my whole life.
Jeez, that's a lot.
But on my own, I pull like
a lot. Yeah, you've pulled.
But at but for some reason, sometimes when I'm at sleepovers, I want to sleep.
Yeah, it's weird because I would have like sleepovers with the guys. We would never be able to pull an all-nighter, and we would like want to. We would be like, we're gonna stay up the whole night. We're not gonna go to sleep and all this stuff. And then it would come like 11 p.m. and we would be
That's
like,
bad. 11.
Honestly, yes, because here's the thing. My childhood like friend that was a guy, first off, he was raised in like a home where like they would go to sleep at 9. Like they had a bedtime, and I was too. Like,
really?
I had a bedtime at 9.
I never had a bedtime.
Really? When I was a certain age, like my bedtime would be like 8 when I was like super young. And then it would be like 8:30 when I grew a few years older. And then it would be 9, and then 9:30. We were always so used to like going to bed so early, we just couldn't pull an all-nighter.
When did you not have a bedtime anymore?
It never was like a definite date. It was more of just like, I think probably when I had like stuff to do still. Like, oh, I have homework. I have to finish this project. I want to do this.
Like, do you know like around what age your parents stopped enforcing that for you?
They didn't ever... Probably freshman year was like my first. Really? Yeah.
What? That's
but it
crazy.
It wasn't like I even wanted to stay up, because like I would always be like, I need my beauty sleep.
That's crazy. Actually, be zonkers.
And I feel like it's really helped me in life, because it's made me get a good sleeping habit, you know?
I just love all-nighters. I remember one of the crispest all-nighters I've ever pulled was at the same birthday party where I hid in the cabinet where there was a big tent. All these girls passed out at like 11 o'clock, and then we were in small groups. By the way, my friend Kirsten and my friend Eva hated each other.
And were they in the same?
Yes. Eva hated Kirsten. Kirsten hated Eva. Kirsten told Eva that Eva was a best friend stealer for stealing me away. But the more they interacted with each other, the more they realized they both had more in common. And they were actually hanging out with each other more than they were hanging out with me. And I was like, man, look at this. Both my best friends are just...
Were you like a proud mom?
I was. And then I was hanging out with my friend Avery. Kirsten and Eva pass out on these beanbags. Okay. And me and Avery are like, well, we're the only ones left. So what do? We go to my room, and we start watching like scary YouTube videos on my TV, doing things to keep us awake, playing with my guinea pigs. We got in the living room and we start playing like Roblox on the computer. The sun comes up and we're like, oh my god, we know that Thea brought donuts for us to eat. We're going to be the first ones to pick the donuts out because we stayed up all night. It was the best thing ever.
And did you get your donuts?
Oh yeah. Everything seemed like it was going great. And then, everyone leaves. Then I have to pick everything up. And I had a birthday dinner with my Nana that evening. And of course, I was out at like 2 p.m. I passed out, was so out of it when I woke up, and they were like, we're going to Nana's, and I was like, what is happening? And like I had to stay the night there, and I remember vaguely that they like woke me up and like told me to pack a bag for they told me to pack a bag because we were staying the night at my Nana's that night. And I remember they told me that
girl, what?
They told me that I was like half awake, half asleep when they woke me up and told me to pack a bag, and I came upstairs with a phone charger in one hand and a pair of socks in the other hand.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Not even a bag, just 2 hands. Yeah. Just barehanding
That is so funny to me. But like they were like, pack a bag. Like I hadn't even packed a bag yet because I passed out. And then I just ran upstairs with a pair of socks and a phone charger.
That's everything. You would. So did you have an energy drink that night of the sleepover?
Oh no, I was like 12.
Yeah, okay, that's what I figured. So you were just literally pulling an all-nighter by yourself.
One of the biggest things that I do with my friends is we play scary games. Like we look up scary games that you're not supposed to play. Don't play after 3 a.m. Like the really scary ones. Like I wanted a demon in my house. Like I like live for the thrill.
Did you ever have like a demon encounter? Or like have you ever seen a ghost? Have you ever?
No.
Wow.
Closest thing to anything paranormal that's ever happened to me was that when I was really little, I was in my room and my sister is in the room. My sister was in the room that I'm in currently.
Yeah, right next to
Yes.
or across the hall.
And I would sleep in her bed almost every night when we first moved into the house because I moved to here when I was like 8.
Yeah, you were scared.
Yeah, and I didn't want to sleep in my own room because before that, me and my sister shared a room.
Okay.
And I would always go into her room and sleep in her bed with her. We both had My Life dolls that looked like us.
Oh God.
Yeah, and I watched this really scary episode.
This
you
is
know
where
what
it's
I'm
going. I
talking
think
about?
I know where it's
From
going.
the R.L. Stein, The Haunting Hour.
And they're like gonna come alive or something.
It was where the doll comes alive and literally like turns into the girl. Have you seen that episode?
No.
We're gonna watch it.
Okay.
Today. I watched it and I was really scared every single night.
Wait, pause. Did you watch it with your sister or did you watch it
I watched it
alone?
with my sister.
Okay.
On Netflix. It was on
my
Netflix.
God.
And then I was so scared of my doll that I literally took it out of my closet and put it in her closet because I couldn't do it.
But think about the sister if she found that doll in your closet.
No, like I asked her if I could put
her.
it in her closet.
Okay, because I was gonna say if I found a doll in my closet,
No.
I would. It would be.
I
over.
asked her if I could keep it in her closet. And then I had a dresser, and every night I would leave all of my dresser drawers wide open because I'd be like, okay, if the doll comes into my room and tries to get me at night, it's gonna hit its head on the drawers and it's gonna fall down.
Addie, you are something else.
That was my mind. I was like, yes, this is so smart. So every single night for the next 5 years, I would walk into my sister's room before going to bed. We would do this thing where we would sleep with our doors wide open.
Yeah.
And we would lay down, and every night we would watch a movie before we go to bed, each of us separately in our rooms. And when she would turn off her movie, she would yell,
I'm turning off my movie.
and then I'll turn off my movie with hers, and then we'd go, good night, I love you, I love you. Like, we'd yell back and forth from our rooms. And I literally would get so mad when she wouldn't tell me when she turned off her movie, and she would have to yell at me and be like, I'm turning off my movie, so I would turn off my movie.
Yeah, so
and
that
we'd
you
both
could
go to bed.
Yeah.
But every night before that, I would always walk into her room and be like, is your closet door closed? And I'd make sure that her closet door was closed, and I'd go back to my room.
So it was the thing that, like, if the closet door was open, the thing would come alive.
Yeah, because dolls can't reach door handles.
Oh, you're right.
Unless they jump.
And then if they did happen to get out, they would have the dresser slam right into their face.
And then when she got older, she started closing her actual door.
Oh boy,
and
I bet that ripped you apart.
I got super mad about it. And every night I would knock on her door and I'd open it and go, is your closet door closed? And then she started locking her door when she was even older. Like, she's 3 years older than me, so she was progressing in life way faster than I was.
Obviously, yeah.
So she would close her door before I closed my door, and I'd be like, why is she closing her door? She doesn't need privacy. She would start locking her door. Why is she locking her door? This is crazy. And I would get mad at her for it, but she'd do it anyways. And every night I'd knock on her door. Is your closet door closed? And then
I could see you doing that, like, so,
with my blanket over my
I
shoulder.
could see you doing that now. Is your closet door closed so the doll doesn't get out?
One night she said that she was so tired that she just didn't close the closet door, and she went to sleep. And she said that literally in the middle of the night, she woke up to one of our Barbie cars playing music right outside of the closet door, and she walked up and closed the closet door and then went back to sleep. And she was like, and ever since then, I've never left it open. And I was like, that's crazy.
Here's the thing is, like, with paranormal experiences, it's like, yes, some of it is like weird coincidences and stuff, but like still the fact that out of all the chances of everything happening and like batteries working and like all this stuff of like a toy or whatever it is, the stars literally have to align perfectly. And so, like, I don't know, man.
It's
Is
crazy.
it an alternate dimension where ghosts roam our Earth?
No one knows.
No one knows, but we're gonna find out.
And I wanted to say another thing about the whole, like, me going upstairs with a phone charger and a pair of socks in my hand. Like, I am an advent. I have been ever since I was little, a sleepwalker. Or not a sleepwalker, but, like, if you try and wake me up when I'm sleeping, when I wake up, I'm not, like, fully awake. I'm, like, half awake, half asleep. I'll answer. I'll open my eyes even, but I won't remember it because I wasn't awake.
Yeah. I used to sleepwalk as well.
Really?
Yes. I would actually, so this is kind of embarrassing because I had
You'd pee
the
yourself.
pull-ups. I would wear my pull-ups.
And you pull them down and just walk around naked.
With my little ding-a-ling out.
You go, hey, Mom! Is your closet door closed?
Actually, one time, we had friends over, and, like, this was when I was super young. I would go to bed at, like, 8. Right. Parents were still upstairs talking with the friends, and, like, it wasn't a party. It was just, like, a hangout with the friends. And I loved attention.
Right.
I was such an attention whore. Like, we would have like Bible studies and stuff, and I would always want to go talk to the parents. I did not want to be with the kids, with the crummy kids. I wanted to talk to the parents and be like, hi.
It's me, the cute one.
Yeah, exactly. And so one night I went to bed at like 8, and parents were still upstairs talking with the other family friends. And sometime in the night, early on, woke up, slept walk, like with my eyes open, up the stairs, up to the living room, and I said stuff to like, in my pull-up that I was wearing, I was just like walking around saying hey. And the thing is, you aren't supposed to wake a sleepwalker up. Did you know that?
I did know that. Why?
I think it's because you can get, because you went to sleep in your bed, and if you were to wake up and you were not in your bed, there's something in your brain that is like, that's not matching up. Like, you're scared.
Like when the Onceler fell asleep in his bed and woke up in the river.
The Onceler?
Yeah,
What's
from
that?
the Lorax.
Oh yeah, just like it.
Like, he goes to sleep in his bed, and then in the middle of the night.
Oh, he broke. Yes, I know what you're talking about. He's in the river, and
he's like, ah!
just like it.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Me too.
It's so fun.
It's a good one. Same with Rio.
Yes.
Gotta love those movies, those animated movies.
Animated movies are so good.
They are.
Do you think they've gotten better or worse throughout the time?
I think animation has gone downhill.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Definitely is better than it was like 7 years ago.
Oh, sorry. I mean like storytelling animation.
Yes, me too.
The storytelling, I'm bored.
I love Luca.
Yeah, Luca's cute. Okay, this
Pesto.
is... I think nice. I think I watched Luca with my ex. I don't know if it was that movie or a different movie that I watched with my ex, but we were like, oh, they're gay. They're definitely gay. It was so like validating to see an animated film that was like two gays.
I hate watching paranormal movies where the kids like sleepwalk, and it's like, have you seen the one? It's one of the Conjuring movies where the girl gets up in the middle of the night and she walks over to the dresser and she bangs her head against the dresser.
And she's sleepwalking.
And she just keeps walking into the dresser and banging her head, and her sister has to like come and like grab her head and like guide her back to her bed so she can go back to sleep.
That's so scary. I cannot. I can't do that.
That's really sad because I'd love to watch a scary movie with you.
I know. I couldn't.
You're a little puss.
The only time I watched a scary movie was when I was with this guy that I really liked.
And it wasn't even a scary movie.
Wait, what movie was it? You probably know, but I don't.
It was the one about the girl who is in a wheelchair.
Yes, it was the wheelchair
Run.
girl. Oh my gosh.
It's called Run.
And I was so scared. And it was so... Okay, here's
That's
the
a thriller, not a horror movie.
Okay, I'm sorry. It was still very scary for me. And the sad thing is that the guy didn't work out.
It didn't reciprocate.
It didn't reciprocate.
Can I just say real quick before we
go for it.
I love making forts. I need to show you a picture of a fort that me and Eve made one time. It was the world's best fort, I think, in the world.
Now, I used to make forts. Did you have like the plastic tubes and stuff?
Oh my god, I do know what you're talking about, but no, I never did.
Really? I had so many of those tents and stuff.
Here was the top of it.
Oh my god.
See how big that is? That's my whole living room right there.
That's huge.
I'm an insane fort builder. Like, I fort build like it's nobody else's business.
I would love to have a sleepover with you and
at my
Eva
house, and then
Jade.
we can build a giant fort.
Here's the thing. I would love to do it at your house if your mom will.
I know, my house is the best fort building house, though.
I know.
My couches are fort
Will
material.
your mom let me?
You know what I think it's time for?
Oh my god!
Us to read some of your guys'
Viewer submissions!
Real viewer submissions.
Follow the Instagram.
Follow the Instagram right now. Okay, ready?
Story time.
Anonymous story number
these are anonymous stories of sleepovers and other things.
I guess. So here's the first one. I killed a fish by throwing a rock in Yellowstone.
So this actually doesn't have to do anything with sleepovers, but hey,
maybe he was having a sleepover at Yellowstone.
Maybe he was. So say it again. So
I think what happened was he or this mysterious person threw a rock in like a lake and killed a fish.
Oh my god.
That's what I'm thinking maybe happened.
The guilt that I would have from killing a fish with a rock.
In Yellowstone.
The
nature park, the
protected,
the wildlife,
protected.
Yeah.
That would suck.
Screw the fish.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay.
He's a fish murderer.
Okay, Lorax.
Yeah, okay. You mean Onceler. Lorax is the good guy. He speaks for the trees.
That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, Lorax.
Are you calling me Lorax?
I don't know what I'm saying. Whatever.
It's okay. It's okay. I've never been to Yellowstone before.
Me neither. And oh my gosh, do you know the one national park?
Yosemite?
Yosemite. Yosemite.
Right.
Have you ever called it Yosemite? There was a teacher, a substitute teacher, that called it Yosemite the whole time we were reading a book. And every time it was a substitute. And she would go, well, all right, this next chapter is called Yosemite's Adventure, or whatever. Or it'd be like, oh, there I was sitting in Yosemite. But no, I just, Yosemite. I don't think I've been to many national parks.
I wonder how you would know that you killed that fish. Like, did you throw the rock in and then stand there and then just go bloop?
No, the other thing was the fish, like, up on the shore or something.
True, and it could have been flopping.
Did he catch the fish and it was flopping? Was it just on the shore and it was flopping?
Was it malicious intent? Like, did he catch this fish?
So many
put
questions.
It on the ground and then go...
Exactly. And how old...
Because he never said accidentally. How old was he?
How old was he? Comment down below if this was
you know who you are.
You know who you are.
Me and my friends were watching our reading fan fiction video we made. And the one part we kept replaying, I read the word benefits, and the friend in the video tried to correct me and mispronounced belief. And for some reason, we found that so funny. Since we were laughing so much, my friend goes to run to the bathroom, but since there was 6 people, it was hard to get through. I was sitting on a chair, and she pushed my chair, and I flew forward, and she almost didn't make it to the bathroom.
What is
That is
happening?
so much to unpack.
I don't even know, like, what's happening. I did not get a mental picture in my mind.
Okay, so imagine them all sitting at a little coffee table. I'm
Yeah.
imagining, like, they're out somewhere.
So they were running to the bathroom because it's so funny, but there were so many people in the way.
It was hard to get through because there were 6 people.
Yeah.
And then
There
when they were
people in the
trying, and then when
way.
they were trying to get through, they pushed this person's chair forward. And
Oh my
And then
gosh.
they flew forward.
Such a chain reaction. Chaos.
Yeah,
Utter chaos.
some Final Destination shit happens,
Some
and like the fork
amazing-
flies up and lands on her face.
Exactly.
And like the table flips over, and then someone falls.
Next thing you know,
they're impaled.
you're nude in Paris and you're just drinking a cappuccino.
with a side of baguette.
Ooh.
With a side of baguette.
With a side of baguette.
That's
Do you know what a baguette is?
Yeah.
Okay, what is it?
It's like the little bread that like is kind of shaped like a horseshoe, and it has like a bowl.
Wrong.
I know, I'm just being stupid. The baguette's the long one, like a Panera bread, the one that they cut in half, right?
Yeah.
That's a croissant. The horseshoe shaped one is a croissant.
Yeah, okay. Are you sure you knew that? Because I think you just now realized that you were in the wrong.
No, I was making.
I swear. Oh my god. I swear, you just figured that out. I go, no, you're wrong. You're like, oh shoot, he's right. That's a baguette.
That's a croissant.
That's a croissant.
I love a good croissant. I've always wanted to try like a chocolate-filled croissant.
Have you never tried one at like Starbucks?
I fell in love with my boyfriend like all over again the other day.
Okay.
That's
it.
Because we were talking. And he mentioned Starbucks. And he goes, yeah, I used to get their vanilla bean frappuccino, but it started tasting bad, so I didn't get it anymore. And I was like, oh, okay. And he was like, dude, but their dragon fruit refresher, oh my god, or their pink drink. And I don't know why, but hearing him like talk about Starbucks drinks with such passion, like I like really fell in love with him. Because I was like, because he seems like the kind of guy that would be like, what? No, Starbucks is for
gay.
girls. Yeah. But he was like fangirling, and he was like, oh my god, and they're cake pops. And I was like, okay, I love you.
I love a man that can like be so secure with their femininity.
Their pink drink, especially
feminism.
like hearing the dragon fruit refresher, I was like, okay. And then when he mentioned the pink drink, I was like, okay, so I love you.
You were
because
like,
I
"Okay,
love the
kiss
pink
me."
drink too. I was just gonna say, like, what are your go-to sleepover snacks? Like, are you like a spicy snack, a sweet snack, a salty snack? I personally like a big jar of pickles.
When I do like, okay, I had a Stranger Things watch party, and when I did that, like I go all out in my little parties that I did, and like I really like to do that. Like I love party planning, so I want a buffet of snacks. Like I want, like, Dad, you go get the pizza. I'm gonna pop the popcorn. We're getting licorice. We're getting
Have you seen the new Snackle box trend?
No. No, I think I
Snacks
have.
in a tackle box.
Yes. Genius. It's like a charcuterie board, but like in
At first
portable
I wasn't.
form.
At first I was not down with them. I was like, that's so stupid. Those portions are too small. You're gonna get like that's like a handful of popcorn right there
Yeah.
that you're putting in the Snackle box.
But you have so much variety.
That's what I was saying. For some reason, I saw the Snackle box video. Let me find it actually. Here it is.
Make a snackle box with us. Okay. Make a snackle box with us. If you don't know what a snackle box is, it's snacks in a tackle box. And I'm so excited. Okay, we're gonna start with our little cookies. Hopefully these fit. These are kind of big. Cheez-Its, hot tamales, Sour Patch watermelons, mini Oreos, Parmesan goldfish. Look at this.
This is the only snackle box video that I was like, okay, that's a good snackle box right there. Like I would f that snackle box. Look at that.
Oh my god.
Like it's got peach rings, goldfish, Cheez-Its. It's got the mini Starburst, the little Reese's cups. It's got cookies. It's got mints in it.
That is good.
And it looked good, but they couldn't close it.
I think that if I were to do like a sleepover thing, like party at my house, I would go like all out. Like everybody, I would like get them their own like sleeping bag and like have like custom names.
Have you seen those Pinterest sleepover things where it's like separate beds and then they have like...
and they tents. The miniature tents over the head.
If I wanted to do my life completely differently than I'm planning my life to go, I would be a mom who was rich and I would give my kids like the most bougie sleepovers
100%.
ever. Have you seen those videos where it's like, get ready for my daughter's birthday party with me, and they have like an inflatable balloon.
The white. Oh.
It was like an inflatable balloon thing.
First thing guests see when they step into our backyard is this giant balloon globe, which was such a hit with the kids, you guys. None of them wanted to leave. Here we have a cotton candy cart, custom ice cream truck that we had made, this custom built sweet shop. Every party needs a princess. Of course, we needed an ice cream station. We also had fries, and of course, we had to have candied shakes.
These kids aren't even old enough to remember any
They
of
won't
that.
remember that part. So that's what you want to be. That's what the housewife
That's the
you
mom
wanna
that
be.
I want to be.
And like do a sleepover with the tents and
all
the cake
little
and the little gift
everything.
baskets.
Yes.
Here's the thing. How much money do you have to, like, how rich do you have to be to have that type of party planning?
Oh my god. And their backyard alone is like
Huge.
a million acres with a built-in... I am jealous of people who have trampolines that are built into the ground.
I feel like, oh my gosh, that's just so like rich energy. The other thing is, like, why would you like waste your money on a 2 or 3 year old's birthday?
I get it when they're like 6, 7, 8, because they're gonna remember that forever.
Or here's another idea: invest all that money into a house. When the kid graduates, here's the keys to the house that we bought you when you were 3 years old. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many valuable like things that you can do with your money other than throw a $50,000 kid's birthday party
for your kids who don't even know what 2 + 2 is.
Exactly. Well, this has been such a lovely episode talking about sleepovers and slumber parties
and all things
sleeping.
We would love to sleep with you. Right.
Shout out to 3, 2, 1 Jaden Murdoch,
who is our
Viewer of the month. She was our viewer of the month, and she's our guest. Last episode, go watch it if you haven't. Comment below your favorite sleepover activity you like to do.
Oh, I didn't even get to talk about sleepover games.
What about Monopoly?
Or Twister.
Or Twister in your underwear.
Or the good old Phase 10.
Whatever that is.
Truth or Dare is a big one.
Truth or Dare is a huge one. Strip poker.
I want to play strip poker so bad.
All right. Well, let's cut that for today. We will see you in the next episode.
Like a little wink and a smile on your face. That's what we're saying.
That's what we're talking about. Like,
comment,
and
subscribe, and
turn on those notifications.
No, you say post notifications because then you say post and then I say turn on those
post
notifications. And you will get notified when we post anything.
I'm talking back to JoJo Juice or everything.
Every single one thing. Porches on my head. Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye, baby.
Goodbye.
Have a lovely
We love you.
Oh.